Hey guys, Miles today bringing you a brand new video, and as you guys can tell from the title, we are going to be going over my gaming PC and streaming setup. But before we get into that, I do want to mention a couple of things that I'm going to be giving away on stream. So let's sit down, talk about that, and then we'll continue everything with the setup video. Alright, so as mentioned, we are going to be going over a couple of things that we're giving away over on stream. First of all is going to be a Harry's Razor combo kit. It's going to come with a Harry's Truman razor, their shave gel, and a nice little travel cover. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar, Harry's is the company that kind of saves shaving by bringing amazing razors at affordable prices to big box retailers such as Target. I've used them in the past, currently not using any, and it came as a coupon code with some of my PC upgrades. I'm not going to be using it, so might as well give it away. That's actually where all of these giveaways came from. They're just things that I'm not going to be using at all, and they're brand new, so why not give them away? Next, we are going to be doing a Borderlands 3 or The Outer Worlds. This is a digital code that got emailed to me, and I'm not going to be using it because I'm one, not going to play either of those games, and two, definitely not going to be playing either of those games on PC. So it's an opportunity to give back to you guys, the community, the fans, the followers, the viewers. If you guys want to play Borderlands 3, that's been a huge hit as of late. I'm going to be giving that away, as well as an Xbox Game Pass 3-month subscription. So that's a $30 value on the Game Pass subscription, so you guys can play tons of games for essentially free. A $60 value on the Borderlands 3/Outer Worlds giveaway, and a $13 value on the Harry's giveaway. There's also an $80 gift card from HelloFresh that I may or may not give away. HelloFresh is a meal delivery service, so you can kind of schedule meal planning and everything, and they'll just deliver to you the ingredients and everything for awesome dishes. I've tried to use them in the past and they did not cover my area, so I'm going to try it again, and if they cover my area, great. That's $80 I don't have to spend on groceries and I get awesome meals. But if they still don't cover my area, then some lucky winner is going to be getting $80 in HelloFresh gift cards. So that's it for giveaways. Links to all the information are in the description below. All you have to be doing is following my Mixer, but also check out the Twitter because I have a pinned tweet, so you guys can, refresh if by the end of the video you don't remember how to get yourselves entered. Moving on though, the actual PC setup. Let's pick you guys up and bring you with me. Over on the left, we have a 27-inch 4K HDR monitor. It's an LG monitor, has 4K and HDR support as mentioned. They no longer carry this one, so everything in the description below that I'm linking is going to be current except for this guy. That one I'm going to find you guys a up-to-date version that best resembles this monitor, but that's the one that I actually game on. I was at one point going to do a 1440p high refresh rate monitor, but I'll talk about that in just a moment. Moving on with the gaming setup, we have an Xbox One X over here. This is a Project Scorpio Day 1 Xbox One X. Fucking mint. Okay, right behind it there in the green, you see a 2 terabyte external hard drive for all my game storage. Audio-wise, we have a Astro A40 headset as well as the A40TR mix amp. I've been using those for probably 2 years now or so, and absolutely love them. You also have an Xbox One Elite controller Series 1, not Series 2. Still great though, still an excellent controller. It's the white GameStop edition. Love this thing. A little bit of stick drift over here on the right side, but overall just a great controller. Behind that, you have a Netgear Ethernet switch that came with the Netgear XR500 gaming router. Awesome router. It's using NetDumo software, which has a geo filter, so I can actually select what range of servers I want to connect to. Right now, I believe I have it set to anything outside of 1,000 miles I do not connect to. Like, my router literally won't let me connect to things outside of 1,000-mile radius or whatever I have it set to. So NetDumo did an awesome job on their software. I think their first gaming router came out like 5 years ago, and then they eventually partnered with Netgear to get awesome hardware because their hardware was meh while their software was fucking mint. Underneath, you have a speaker here and a speaker back there, as well as some gamer grip, lens cleaner, and a cloth for my glasses. Over on the left here, you have a little clock, which I do use a little bit, but not too much. You have a Scosche Magic mount here, so I magnetically put my phone here with Stream Deck Mobile and connect my Stream Deck and command all of my stream from there. You also have a wireless mouse and keyboard that I use with the 2012 MacBook. This has been my main editing machine for pretty much up until now. It's a dual-core i7 with 16 gigabytes of RAM. It does a great job considering it's 7 years old, but I need a little bit more oomph to do some of the videos that I want to do, which is why we've upgraded the PC. going to be talking about that right after the monitor here. 28-inch 4K Samsung UE590 monitor. Now, as I said at the beginning, originally I was going to be doing a 1440p high refresh rate monitor for gaming and swapping this 4K over to here for my PC and editing, but most games on Xbox are frame rate capped at 60 Hertz, so I decided to get another 4K monitor, and I don't care about HDR because the Elgato HD60 Pro capture card does not have 4K or HDR pass-through, so at the end of the video I'm going to be swinging around to the back and explaining that a little bit more. Above this monitor, you have a Logitech C920 webcam, 1080p, 30 FPS. Got that on Prime Day. Killer webcam. Older Logitech webcam, 720p, 30 FPS. This one is one that I use when I'm actually looking at stream and doing like IRL stuff. Now this guy here, the actual mic, Turtle Beach Stream mic, it's like 60 bucks or something like that. It's actually not bad for what it is. I would like to have a Blue Yeti or the AT2020 USB mic, but for the price, this thing's done great so far. Keyboard and mouse are nothing special. Literally $5 at GameStop. Not GameStop, Goodwill. $5 at Goodwill. Use that so I could boot up BIOS when I first built my PC and have not needed to switch yet. Mouse pad is going to be a Borderlands Loot Crate pad. Does a great job. Not really playing on PC, so I'm not worried too much there on the specs. Moving on to the actual PC, we also have a 500 gigabyte solid state connected to the MacBook, but that's not really being used anymore. So, PC. Started out as an AMD Ryzen 5 2400G processor. Quad-core processor did a great job, just upgraded in the last video to AMD's Ryzen 7 2700X. We also upgraded the RAM from Team Group's Delta White RGB RAM, DDR4 3000 MHz. We started out with two 4GB cards, eventually added two more, having four 4GB. One of those went bad, so we were down to 12 GB total, and we just upgraded to 32 total gigabytes. That's 8, 8, 8, and 8. DDR4 3000 MHz RAM, phenomenal. Motherboard's the Asus X470 Prime Pro motherboard. Hindsight, probably would have got a board that supports Wi-Fi and or Bluetooth. Underneath that, you have the PowerColor Red Devil Radeon RX 590 graphics card. 8GB card, has done everything I've ever needed it to do. And then underneath that, you just can't really see it, but right there is the Elgato HD60 Pro internal capture card. This is all packed inside of a Core Spec 06 case with awesome cable management and phenomenal little RGB strip right down here. Up top, you have a Seagate 4 and Seagate 2 terabyte external drive. The 2 terabytes being used for game storage, 4 terabyte is being used for media storage, and then coming around the back, you have some cable management going on here. It's not too shabby, but definitely could be better. You also have a ground loop isolator. Now this takes an auxiliary cord from my mix amp, plugs into here, which then plugs into the line in, and that eliminates the buzz, whiny sound that you will hear during my streams if I did not have that. So it's a nice little thing there. It's like 10 bucks on Amazon. Again, links to everything are in the description below. But the reason we're back here is this little guy. Now this little guy that you guys can't really see, it is a intelligent downscaler and splitter. So what that does is actually take a HDMI cable from my Xbox to that, and then two HDMI cables, one to my monitor and one to my Elgato. Now let me set you guys down here and explain why I have that. Alright, so the reason that I have that little downscaler splitter is, again, my Elgato capture card does not pass through 4K or HDR, which is why I don't care about HDR on my monitors. Yes, it would be lovely to have, but because I can't do it, it's not something I factored in when purchasing. Now, hindsight, I would have got the AverMedia internal card because it does both 4K recording, but more importantly 4K 60 HDR pass-through. This capture card can only receive a signal at 1080p, which is why I'm sending one 4K signal to my monitor so I can still play in 4K at 60 frames, although I don't get the HDR support, and then another 1080p signal to the capture card. Now that allows me to record everything at 1080p at 60 frames a second for YouTube, while still outputting for my stream 720p 30 frames a second. The reason I do half frame rate and half resolution on the stream is because most mobile viewing devices, your phones, your tablets, etc., run into a lot of buffering issues and transcoding when viewing streams above 720p. I could, if I wanted to, do 720p 60 FPS, which I'll probably dabble with a little bit, but the main reason, again, is because of the transcoding and buffering issues on mobile devices. But like I said, that capture card does support Elgato's master copy, so I can still record everything at a high resolution with a nice frame rate. Now, while we're sitting here and we're done talking about everything here in front of me, I do want to talk about the stuff behind me. So right here you have a whiteboard that I've not updated since October, but I try to use this thing to stay on task and stay on schedule. Right now I just have the Evernote note-taking app keeping me in line for everything. Over here you have a little poster which was signed by Hex and Diesel at CWO Anaheim back in June, and then a Captain America canvas that my buddy Andre actually got for me. Now let me pick you guys up and show you guys the main backdrop for the stream. And that's this giant canvas here. This canvas, Boba Fett, starry background. It actually has some glow-in-the-dark splotches on it, which is awesome. And then the nice Boba Fett right underneath. Now this is something that Tina painted for me. It was our her first Christmas present to me, and it only took her like 2 days to make. Okay, I went over to her house and she said, "Don't look at that, it's your Christmas present," and covered it up with a blanket. She then gave it to me like 2 days later. It's 2 days. 2 days later. And I said, "Babe, how far along was that thing when I was just over at your house?" She said she had just painted it black. It was a white canvas. So really, it only took her about a day to do the actual painting. I've wanted that as the backdrop to my stream for a long time, and we finally have it. Moving on though, before we finish the video, you do have the night vision goggles. I want to get those on like a stand or like a shelf maybe here, but then they would kind of interfere with my little walking path. So we'll see about that. Chairs, simple office chair I got on Facebook for like 20 bucks. And then the Optic Legacy white jersey. It's kind of scrunched up right now, but that is the backdrop, or the you know what I'm trying to say. I think that's it though. So let me set you guys right back down. I think that's going to do it for the video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to leave a like, comment what you guys thought of the setup. If there's anything that you guys think I could be doing better, or anything that you guys think I did not mention. Again, check the description for both links to the mixer so you guys can follow and get entered into that giveaway, as well as links to all of the equipment that I'm using. Comment, subscribe so you guys don't miss another video, and I think that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.